Yeah, we have to make a decision by today, tonight, or tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're going to help us. You have to tell us what cover do you like, this one or that one? Large frame or no frame? No frame, good, I agree with you. From the first moment that I started working on it, I understood that it was a real challenge. Here we have a beautiful magazine, something that people really love, you know, for the images, for the format, for the quality, but that needed to be updated and needed something else. The challenge is also to make it happen in a short time. I don't have the time to make prototypes. You know, the prototypes that we are making will go to print. It's a little bit like, you know, changing the wheels while you're still running.
But it's a tiny meeting, I'm warning everybody. Just crappy printouts, but you can just imagine how this would blow up nicely.
I'm going to send them this way if somebody wants to have a look at that. I made a plan to try different things to open up the spectrum of what a magazine can be. That's a nice steer suit.
Stefano and I, in our very first meeting, talked about changing the logo. We were trying to do something which is has some kind of classic sensibility to it. And I manually condensed it and started playing with the serifs, so I bridged them here. The last logo, this ran for, I think 20 years, you know, without ever being changed. And it looks really, it's kind of embarrassing if you design a new logo and then 6 months later you're still fussing with it. So you want to nail it on the first time.
W has been always known as a fashion Bible. Hello. I think we have to open up that concept. Fashion has to be seen in the context of contemporary culture. As much as W has always been known for kind of provocative images, it is really also about provocative writing.
I have no underwear on. Hi, I'm HIRSCHBERG. Thank you for being here.
I met LYNN in the pages of Esquire. I never thought that there was actually a redhead woman behind it.
People respect LYNN immensely, so I think she could pretty much interview whoever she wanted to.
So tell me, as a veteran of a really famous sex scene in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Okay.
What's the hardest thing?
What's the hardest thing in a sex scene?
Thing? Well, excuse me. What's the most difficult thing? I'm sorry.
It's always great when it's the first time that somebody's featured in a magazine. It's fun to get to expose the world and have impact that way.
What are you?
I mean, it's a challenge to have so many different characters and really transforming each actress into this sort of ideal version of her in our eyes.
Portraits, that's what we love to do.
I will ask again, when is it shipping?
Friday, no matter what.
So 3 covers are shipping on Friday.
Oh.
That's what's happening, by the way. Not 1, duo, trio.
We're printing tomorrow morning. So I have 2 hours to close the next half of the book. It's going to be really down to the wire. I'm used to that last-minute crunch. Yeah. But this is on a scale that I've never experienced before.
The first issue was an incredibly intense experience because the prototype is what went to press. So every decision that was made was a definitive decision.
I hope people obviously are going to think it looks different from the last W, but also that it looks different from any other magazine out there.
It's about really creating something that you are proud of. We have to go. It's late. I created a magazine that I want to read. It's always good to have some magazines in the car.
It's great expectations for them, and it's great expectations of what the new W would be.
Il
continuo, l'energia è una città piena di energia, di curiosità, di ricerca e che continuamente si in qualche modo ricicla e non si accontenta, non si adagia mai sugli allori.
I always kind of follow my instinct when it comes to fashion. I'm not really into reading about the trends. I always think, let's make the trend.
The opportunity to have beauty elements throughout the magazine is very liberating for us because the sky is the limit as far as ideas go.
We want to put interesting people on the cover, something that is not as predictable as just another beautiful actress, but something that connects to the content of the magazine, like, our October issue as Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams on the cover, not just because they are in a movie, but also because it's our his and her issue.
It's an amazing day. They're both very shy, personal people, and they feel really comfortable, and that's really when you get a great picture.
This, I think this better than that.
She's more alive.
She's more alive.
Yeah, I think we all agree.
Yeah.
Stefano is an amazing editor-in-chief, not only because he's really bright, but he also really believes in the people that he hires.
I would rather, Stefano, though, I would rather err on the side of no one's heard of it than everyone's heard of it.
Yeah,
I just think...
I agree.
Stefano loves the element of surprise.
I think it's very important today to keep the dream of fashion alive.
I often like to look for things that are just on the verge of becoming important or that are slightly outside the usual parameters of the fashion world.
Yes, and more.
W has a thing where they kind of curate the experience, but they allow you the free will of choice. So what you get when you get a W magazine, you get a lot of variety. Yeah, some good looks in here.
And how would you sort of sum up what you see happening?
Freedom.
W is very close linked to art. That's why it is such an amazing platform to work.
I like the idea of being on the edge of the fashion world, looking in and looking out, and bringing the two together.
We use a lot of reference points when we shoot in art and poetry and everything. W is a magazine that's actually pushing the envelope. That's important.
You're offering to the photographers freedom to express their vision, and you give them space and you give them the resources to make that dream a reality.
Stefano has very deep roots in the art world, and art has always been a big part of the magazine's DNA. There's always been an art issue, but there hasn't been an art issue like this one before.
Today we shot Kim Kardashian for the new W.
Stefano liked the idea of Kim Kardashian being the cover of the art issue.
We shot her naked, really as the embodiment of the Warhol idea. Everybody wants to be a celebrity.
It was a very collaborative idea between Barbara Kruger and myself. I'm honored she's writing on my photos. I guess I'm used to it because I work for magazines and they do that all the time.
I don't know, it's just I get how cool it is. It's not just another photo shoot for me.
People are attracted to Stefano. He's created this kind of infrastructure of friends, designers, and celebrities and whatnot. There's this whole like energy around him.
We did 10 pages in September Vogue, so voila.
Yeah, well, you should have done it in W.
Well, that was then, this is now. The show.
I love the colors.
The colors.
I don't want to lose him.
Oh, okay. He's got that sparkle and that looks like he always kind of has a secret.
What can I do, you know?
You're looking at Stefano.
Well, because he's the one who knows what I'm talking about. Well, you do too. When I was saying I'll be there.
Stefano knows everyone. If you're with him in Milan, it's a bit like walking around with the mayor of the town.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Stefano. How are you?
The readers of W are very international. They want to know it all. They want to know it first.
Good photography, good fashion, good designers. It's one of my favorite magazines in the world.
Each one of the persons that I hired took a chance They left behind some secure job, something that was much more kind of quiet, and they all came for a challenge. You're too much. Rina, cheers. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you for the good work. More to come. Cheers. This film can tell, I think, the story of what happened, but at the end, you know, it's all about what is on the pages of the magazine. We are very proud of it. We started the process, but a good magazine really never rests. I think it's up to the readers, up to, you know, our audience to judge from the magazine. You have to start always a book from the front.